ASAP, baby, along with your hosts, Mace and Cam. Y'all see the energies in the studio because y'all, we got a special guest, AB, in the building. How you feeling?
Hey, man, hey, this shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I did not know I was gonna be on the show. But y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all got me. Y'all good. Y'all got me.
No, we got something for you out there. We got some chat. You know, I keep saying with me. You know, your services would not pause being for free. Absolutely. Brother.
Okay.
We know your time is money, man.
Okay.
But I know we usually start with football, but I want to start with the fight on Saturday. Do you mind starting with that murder, Stat? We went over it yesterday, but being that we have a champion in the building, especially a Cincinnati champion, one of my Ohio brothers.
Y'all know what's crazy though? Y'all know why I fuck with Terrence though? Damn, this shit gonna make me tear up. He went to my coach's funeral, bro. I don't go to funerals. He went to my coach's funeral, so I'm forever embedded with him. He a good nigga.
That's what's up. What do you think about his performance on Saturday night? Did you see the fight going that way? Because it looked pretty one-sided from beginning to end. I mean, Canelo got some rounds in, but did you think the fight was going to go the way that it did?
Of course, he got all the attributes that Floyd got. He got everything. He's a special nigga, bro. He a good nigga, bro.
No, that's what's up.
For the illest nigga in Nebraska.
Literally. Literally. So, what do you think about this? As one of your homeboys, matter of fact, Tank fighting Jake Paul next month?
I think he gonna clip him.
Yeah. Cause I see you. I don't know what happened, but I remember I seen a video on your page. I followed you on the gram, and they was talking about you potentially fighting Jake Paul. So, why did that fight happen? And what do you plan on doing next? Because I know you got another run in you. Pause.
I ain't gonna lie. This next one gonna be crazy. I'm gonna dedicate this next 3 to 5 years, and you know I'll retire after that. But I'm gonna do it again.
That's what's up. Where do you see the welterweight division right now? Because nobody's fighting each other. You know,
I fought everybody.
Yeah, you did. That's why we think about you, and we'll get into you after you answer this question, but we'll do that now. To me, you had everything.
Yeah.
I remember because the first time I seen you, Floyd was in jail. You came out with the Floyd shit. Dancing, very entertaining. A lot of people don't know that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gonna hype a nigga up. I like you, bro.
Yo, listen, I'm a fan.
I like you, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, Mace, I might like him better than you.
Nah, you don't like it.
Hey, Mace, my bad, Mace. Hey, that nigga gonna hype a nigga up, man.
Nah, but Mace as well, but not only I'm a fan of boxing, I'm still a fan of yours, but I'm just saying, my first time seeing you, you had the free Floyd Mayweather shirt on. You was coming out dancing. Not only dancing, you was fucking niggas up. And
for sure.
And a lot of people, what I really liked about you is that you know how to talk. A lot of people could talk, but they can't fight. A lot of people could fight, but they can't talk. I love the slogan, the can man. I like when them niggas used to get mad when you used to do your interviews after the fight and they be like, don't say this. Nigga, we on cable, what the fuck you mean don't say this? We gonna say what the fuck we want to say.
Yeah. Exactly. Because it's cable. We can say what the fuck we want to say. It's just like the show. We can say what the fuck we want to say.
Exactly, 100%. So when I see you taking off some time.
I'm mesmerized by style.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
Thank you. Because why does everybody tell me that? Like, I don't know how to take that.
Now you like, gassing it?
No. It's just like if somebody tells you that you look better in person than on camera, then it's like, damn, do I look bad on camera? Like, you would think that about yourself too.
No, but you look so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, what do you think about the welterweight?
You like that
division?
singer.
What's the singer name, baby?
Man, hey, you look like that singer, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard it before.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
Yes.
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah.
Coco Jones?
You look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division.
Yeah.
What do you think about it right now?
What you wasted that?
I'm not gonna say my weight on camera.
Yeah. That's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. No, the way I'm supposed to be. But the welterweight division.
Right. Stat. I love you. I swear to God. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. The welterweight division though is everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. I mean, you see Terrence, he just moved up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving
If you
up.
fought again, would it be welterweight or 154?
40.
Going 40, going back down.
I would not. Listen, I'm done doing favors.
Okay,
I'm not a 47 pounder.
right.
I'm not. You know, I was just doing favors, but I mean, he from Ohio too.
Mm-hmm.
Don, you know what I'm saying? But
Cleveland.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm just done doing favors. My next fight will be at 40.
Okay.
40.
Who would you like to fight at 40?
Everybody. Everybody. And the crazy thing is that it's just, you know, they all hang with me, but fuck it. We just, I gotta get the money, man. Fuck them niggas.
Who you saying fuck? What niggas you saying fuck you to?
Everybody.
Okay, got you.
Fuck them niggas, man. 140. I gotta win everybody. I'm gonna win every belt. If you got a belt at 140 pounds, I'm coming to get it.
Who's at 140?
Everybody.
It's a good question. Like he said,
He knows that are still at 140.
I don't know because like he said, everybody's moving up. And then the thing about it, that'd be a good question for Sin. And I'm pretty sure A knows who's at 140 because it looked like he got his eyes.
Yeah,
on
name three for us.
Adrian Bronner, Adrian Bronner.
Mace looking up to the 140.
Yeah, I'm looking them up.
All right, let me see. Before we go, because we'll come back to boxing, man. I know we got to get ready to get into some football. My last question is, where's your relationship at today with Tank and Floyd?
Tank always my baby brother. That's my baby brother, man.
Right.
You know, last time I seen him though, that nigga made me cry, man.
Why is that? How?
We was he didn't know I was there. He was at the casino in Miami, and he didn't know I was there. I grabbed him and we hung together all night. But we was together all night, and then he dropped me off. He dropped me off, and but before I got out of the car, he said, "Here." He gave me every dime he had on him. That shit made me cry because I used to do the same shit for him.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all at the TV show 25-8, all that shit. I know that's your brother, absolutely. And what about with Floyd? Okay, I guess we can move on to football then.
Stat? Oh my God.
Just that, let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd.
Okay. Well, you ready for football?
Stat.
Today, we are joined with our analyst.
Listen, all right. You know, y'all want to know what's crazy, bro? I really love that nigga, bro. Hey, I love him, bro. You know what I mean? Our relationship probably not be the best, but I can really sit and say that I love the nigga.
That's what's up. I'm pretty sure he love you too, man. Sometimes it be like that, bro. It be like that. So
I know the real static though.
what is it? What's the real static?
Stat.
I think you deflect when I ask a question you don't want to answer the stat. And try to go to stat because you don't want to answer the question. If you don't want to answer the question, it's cool because you presented it because we was going to move on. But then you said, I know the real static, so now you leaving a cliffhanger. I guess, can we talk about the real static or do we need to move on?
I mean, stat.
Guess that means we don't want to talk about
There ain't no
stat.
commercial breaks, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's all right.
No, I would never. I mean, you know, I would never do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I understand 100%. Sometimes some things don't need to be said, but you said what you need to say. I understand.
No, I mean we'll talk though.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with football. Today we are joined with our analyst, Arabia.
Arabia, what's up?
Hello, hello.
Arabia.
Well, hi, how are you?
Good, man. How you been?
Been really, really good. So I offer a new service now where people can book chats with me one-on-one to talk football. They have been very interesting. To everybody who joined the chat, thank you so much. Having good football talks. To everybody who showed their genitalia, it's not that. This is not an OnlyFans situation. When you get on the camera, just have some decorum. But really good football chats. I feel energized and ready to talk about week 2.
That's what's up.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat, could you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You
Arabia is.
Nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta.
Oh,
Have boyfriend here, yo.
Oh shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Pause the show for a minute. Like I love your energy and the shit.
My bad,
Not
my
like
bad,
your
my
energy
bad.
good,
My
but there gotta be a limit with it. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
You know what I mean? All right. And trust me, I love you. You know you my brother. I'm just saying, it was cool, but her boyfriend
Nigga
here.
Cam just checked me.
Nah, you my brother. I'm saying like, yo, what type of brother?
put
What
that
type of
on-
brother
nah,
I'm gonna
nah,
be
put
if
that-
her boyfriend here and you, like it's of course you know Stat look good, but it gotta be a limit, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that, Nick.
I'm all right. Then-
All right. Sorry about that. And I ain't trying to come at you, but that's my sister too. So,
Yeah.
all right. All right, yo.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll bring Arabia back in.
Yeah, the Bengals put Joe Burrow in that position. If you think about your top 4 quarterbacks in the league in no particular order, most people have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, in whatever order you put them in. 3 of those quarterbacks have some sort of offensive line, they have some sort of run game, they have some sort of defense. Joe Burrow does not, and it's been a problem since last season. This season, through 2 weeks, the offensive line is dead last in quarterback hits, the worst with quarterback hits. They are 30th in the league with quarterback pressures. That's just the offensive line. Move on to the running backs. They are the 2nd worst in the NFL in yards per carry. You know what that means? Once again, that's an offensive line problem. It's not a Chase Brown problem. It's an offensive line problem. That means the defense is getting in the backfield or to the line of scrimmage and not allowing the running back to get any yards per carry. Last but not least, that defense, 2nd worst in the NFL in forced punts. They did not give Joe Burrow the same tools that the other top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now also have. So unfortunately, this injury was inevitable due to the Bengals putting the cart before the horse, because you know what they do have? Probably one of the best receiving duos in the NFL. You can't get the ball to Jamar Chase. You can't get the ball to T. Higgins if Joe Burrow does not have enough time to throw it, if he's constantly on his back, getting sacked, getting hit, getting injured. So yes, Jake Browning came in and he did what he had to do. He threw 3 interceptions and ended up winning the game. But this Joe Burrow injury, unfortunately, a lot of it is on the organization.
Okay, hey. Because we said Mama Cincinnati Bengal fan too, so you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. Well, I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you. I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my
Oh, shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could. But I'm not going to sit and not value your time either.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You want to wait for me? You could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta chill out. Thank you.
I got it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
What an episode that turned out to be. Because if you were paying attention, there was a lot more happening beneath the surface than most people probably realized. Stick with me because we're about to unpack every major moment, and trust me, you won't believe how much was packed into a single show. It delivered emotion, big personalities, a little controversy, and plenty of smart football conversation all in one sitting. The show kicked off with host Treasure Wilson, better known as Sat Baby, setting the tone alongside Cam and Mace with plenty of excitement. Right from the opening moments, the studio had an undeniable buzz, and honestly, it was easy to understand why. Out of nowhere, boxing star Adrian Broner, better known as AB, made a surprise appearance and admitted he had no clue he was even expected to join the show that day. Even though he was clearly caught by surprise, he settled into the conversation almost immediately, while the hosts made sure they knew they appreciated him stopping by. They even joked that someone like AB doesn't come cheap, laughing that they definitely weren't going to have him putting in work without getting something in return. From there, the spotlight shifted straight to boxing, beginning with the major fight that had everyone talking from the previous Saturday night. The hosts introduced the matchup as one that many people believed heavily favored one side, then asked AB if the result unfolded the way he expected. Before giving his opinion on the fight itself, AB paused to talk about his relationship with Terrence Crawford. He shared a surprisingly heartfelt story, revealing that Terrence attended his coach's funeral, something that meant even more because AB admitted he rarely attends funerals himself. According to AB, that single act of respect built a connection between them that extends far beyond anything that happens inside a boxing ring. It became one of the most emotional moments of the interview, reminding everyone that behind the competition are friendships built on loyalty and genuine respect. When the discussion finally returned to the fight, AB had nothing but praise for Terrence's performance. He even compared Terrence's complete skill set to Floyd Mayweather's, saying he possesses every attribute needed to become one of boxing's all-time greats. The hosts clearly agreed with that assessment, applauding Terrence's display while also giving Kano credit for having a few solid moments throughout the contest. The conversation then moved toward what lies ahead in boxing, including the highly anticipated matchup between Tank Davis and Jake Paul scheduled for the following month. AB didn't spend a second thinking about his prediction, confidently saying Tank would come away with the victory. That answer naturally opened the door to another question after the hosts mentioned reports circulating on social media claiming AB himself had once been discussing a fight with Jake Paul. They wanted to know whatever happened behind the scenes and what his own plans looked like moving forward. AB explained that he intends to stay active for the next few years before eventually walking away from the sport, but not before taking one last shot at something truly significant. The discussion then shifted toward the welterweight division, where AB made an interesting point by saying the biggest names are no longer facing one another, because many have already moved into different weight classes, including himself at times. He also said he believes he's already faced everyone worth facing at that weight and is now focused on an entirely different challenge. According to AB, his next fight will take place at 140 pounds, and when asked who he wanted next, his answer couldn't have been clearer. He wants every champion in the division because his goal is simple: collect every single belt, no matter who's standing in his way. The interview also slowed down for a lighter moment as the hosts reflected on AB's unforgettable rise in boxing. They brought up everything from his flashy entrances and dancing to the memorable Free Floyd shirt he wore while Floyd Mayweather was incarcerated. They praised him not only for what he accomplished inside the ring, but also for becoming one of boxing's most entertaining personalities, who could talk confidently and still back it up with his performances, something they argued is much rarer than people realize. AB clearly appreciated hearing that respect, and the conversation carried a genuine sense of admiration between both sides, as the hosts admitted they had always enjoyed watching his career. Then came one of the funniest exchanges of the episode, when the hosts jokingly compared AB to singer Coco Jones, something he laughed about because he'd apparently heard that comparison many times before. It gave everyone a chance to laugh and reset before diving back into the more serious boxing topics. Before wrapping up the interview, the hosts asked one final personal question regarding his current relationships with two of the biggest names connected to his boxing journey, Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather. When Tank's name came up, AB became noticeably emotional and described him as his little brother. He shared a story about unexpectedly running into Tank at a casino in Miami, saying neither of them planned the meeting. According to AB, once they found each other, they ended up spending the entire night together catching up. Before they went their separate ways, Tank reportedly handed AB every dollar he had in his pocket as a heartfelt gesture of love and respect. AB admitted that moment nearly brought him to tears because it reminded him of how he used to look after Tank during their early years together, including the time they spent sharing television appearances. It was obvious the relationship still means a great deal to him, and even the hosts recognized how genuine that bond appeared to be. But when the conversation shifted to Floyd Mayweather, the atmosphere noticeably changed. AB answered much more cautiously, suggesting without saying much that their relationship is no longer where it once was. The hosts immediately sensed the hesitation, respected his decision not to elaborate, and smoothly moved the conversation into the next segment instead. That transition took the show from boxing to football, as the hosts welcomed their in-house NFL analyst, Arabia, to break down the latest headlines, especially surrounding Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Before getting into the football analysis, there was one hilarious moment that had everyone in the studio laughing. Arabia mentioned she now offers one-on-one football conversations that fans can book directly with her. While she said most of those interactions have been fantastic, she jokingly called out a handful of people for getting a little too comfortable during those sessions and reminded everyone to keep things respectful on camera. It was one of those completely unscripted moments that brought genuine laughter before the discussion became more serious. Once the football breakdown officially began, Arabia wasted no time getting into the important details. She focused on Joe Burrow's injury and argued that
the Bengals organization has failed to give its franchise quarterback the support he needs to succeed. Using statistics to support her point, she ranked Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow among the league's elite quarterbacks, while noting that 3 of them benefit from dependable offensive lines, running teams, or strong defenses. In her opinion, Burrow is the only one currently operating without those essential support systems. She backed up that argument with numbers that painted a concerning picture for Cincinnati. After only 2 weeks of the season, the Bengals' offensive line ranked at or near the bottom of the NFL in allowing quarterback hits and pressures. Arabia also criticized the rushing attack, pointing out that the team ranked second worst in yards per carry, arguing the problem wasn't the running backs themselves, but the offensive line's inability to open running lanes. She added that the defense had been nearly as disappointing, ranking second worst in forcing punts and allowing opposing offenses to control games with long drives. Her overall message was that even with one of the NFL's best receiving duos, Joe Burrow simply hasn't been given enough protection or stability to consistently maximize their talent, making this more of a front office issue than a quarterback problem. She also acknowledged that backup quarterback Jake Browning managed to earn a win despite throwing 3 interceptions. Even with that victory, she maintained that Burrow's injury situation reflects poor roster construction by the Bengals organization. The hosts, including one who openly admitted to being a Bengals fan, leaned into her expertise and allowed her to lead the discussion, making the football segment feel both informed and engaging. Just when you thought the conversation had settled in, the show suddenly took a hilarious and completely unexpected turn. Right in the middle of the football discussion, one of the hosts casually mentioned that Arabia's boyfriend was apparently in the building, and you could instantly feel the atmosphere shift. What followed was a funny but genuine scramble as everyone quickly adjusted their tone on camera. There were playful apologies, plenty of laughs, and the hosts made it clear they respected the situation, even referring to Arabia as family and saying they needed to tone down any joking that could be misunderstood. It was handled with humor instead of awkwardness, and honestly, that made the moment even more entertaining to watch. Those unscripted exchanges gave the episode a level of authenticity you simply can't fake. Not long afterward, the hosts jokingly told Arabia it was probably time for her to leave, while making it clear they still intended to compensate her for her time despite the playful circumstances. Arabia laughed it off, thanked everyone sincerely, and the entire exchange ended with smiles and mutual respect, instead of any real tension. It was obvious everyone understood the joke, and the segment wrapped on a genuinely positive note before the episode finally started winding down. Looking back at everything that happened, this episode delivered far more than a typical sports conversation. It began with an emotional surprise appearance from boxing veteran Adrian Broner, who opened up about loyalty, brotherhood, and his determination to make one final push toward greatness before retirement. We also got first-hand insight into the current state of the welterweight division from someone who has actually competed against many of its biggest names. There was a touching story about a friendship strengthened through difficult moments, followed by a much more reserved response when another important relationship from his career came up. The conversation then shifted into an in-depth football breakdown, supported by statistics that argued one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks is being let down by the roster built around him. To top it all off, the show mixed in genuine off-the-cuff comedy that made everything feel refreshingly natural instead of... But here's where things get even more interesting, because if you slow down and revisit some of the smaller moments, you'll notice there was much more happening beneath the surface. The opening alone revealed details that many viewers could easily overlook while focusing only on the headlines. The fact that AB walked onto the set without even realizing he'd be appearing on camera says a lot about the comfort level he has with the hosts. That's actually a bigger deal than it might seem at first glance. Plenty of guests arrive guarded and stick closely to prepared talking points. AB, on the other hand, sounded relaxed, honest, and surprisingly emotional almost immediately after sitting down. That story about Terrence Crawford attending his coach's funeral wasn't something anyone dragged out of him during the interview. He volunteered it almost instantly because in his eyes, it explains the foundation of the respect he has for Terrence today. That one story completely changed the tone of everything that followed. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't only about championships or punching power, but about relationships built outside the ring through loyalty and genuine respect. Another part worth paying attention to was how openly AB discussed where he sees his own career heading. He didn't avoid the reality that he's much closer to retirement than the beginning of his journey, saying he sees himself fighting for roughly 3 to 5 more years. What stood out, though, was the way he described that final chapter. Rather than quietly fading away, he spoke about chasing another meaningful run before calling it a career. There was no vague retirement talk or carefully crafted answer. He gave a clear timeline along with a clear objective. His comments about the welterweight division also deserve another listen, because they came from experience rather than speculation. When he said he'd already fought everyone worth fighting there, he wasn't exaggerating. He's been in the ring with many of the names people still associate with that era of boxing. His decision to move down to 140 pounds and pursue every championship available fits perfectly with the larger goal he outlined of making one last serious run before stepping away from the sport. Then there's the contrast that almost everyone noticed between the way AB spoke about Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather. His story about Tank was detailed, emotional, and full of genuine appreciation. He described the unexpected reunion at a Miami casino, the time they spent together afterward, and the heartfelt gesture of Tank handing him the money he had on him as a sign of love and respect. Compare that with his much shorter and noticeably guarded response when Floyd's name came up, and the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The hosts immediately recognized the change in tone and wisely chose not to pressure him for more. Instead of forcing a dramatic headline, they respected the boundary he had clearly set. Sometimes what isn't said tells you just as much as what is. That moment quietly became one of the most revealing parts of the entire interview. When the conversation shifted back to football, Arabia delivered one of the strongest analytical segments of the entire episode, and it deserves another look because her argument relied on evidence rather than emotion. Her main point was that the Bengals have failed to properly protect the most valuable player on their roster. She backed that claim with statistics showing the offensive line ranked near the bottom of the league in quarterback hits allowed and pressures surrendered through the opening weeks of the season. While it's still early in the year, she argued those numbers already point toward a much deeper structural problem instead of a couple of bad performances. She then connected those struggles directly to the running game, explaining that no running back can consistently succeed if the offensive line isn't creating running lanes. Ranking near the bottom of the NFL in yards per carry, according to her, reflects the blocking issues much more than problems with the running backs themselves. She also highlighted the defense's inability to consistently force punts, another sign that the team has struggled to get its offense back onto the field with favorable opportunities. Her conclusion brought every piece of the argument together. The Bengals may have one of the league's most dangerous receiving duos, but that talent means very little if the quarterback doesn't have enough time to let plays develop. That was really the heart of her entire analysis. Elite offensive weapons become far less effective when the supporting structure around them continues to fail. At the same time, she stayed balanced by acknowledging that backup quarterback Jake Browning still managed to earn a victory despite throwing 3 interceptions. Rather than criticizing everyone equally, she focused on what she viewed as the roster-building decisions that created the larger problem. That balanced approach made her analysis much more convincing than simply blaming individual players. As for the unexpected boyfriend moment, that's exactly the kind of spontaneous interaction that many podcasts try to create but rarely pull off naturally. One second, everyone was joking around, and the next, the hosts immediately adjusted once they realized the situation. Instead of making things uncomfortable, they made it obvious they wanted to respect boundaries while still keeping the atmosphere fun. Referring to Arabia as family completely changed the tone and reinforced the idea that this group shares genuine chemistry beyond what viewers see on camera. The playful joke about asking her to leave, followed by repeated assurances that she'd still be compensated for her time, wrapped everything up perfectly. It ended up being funny without crossing the line, chaotic without becoming uncomfortable, and genuine enough to leave everyone laughing as the episode came to a close. When you take a step back and look at the episode as a whole, one thing becomes impossible to ignore. On the surface, it was split between boxing and football, but underneath it all, both conversations revolved around the same theme: relationships, trust, and the people around you who ultimately shape success. AB's interview centered on the bonds he still values, the people he remains loyal to, and his determination to chase one final chapter of greatness before closing the book on his career. Arabia's football breakdown, meanwhile, focused on something completely different, yet strangely connected: an organization failing to build the right foundation around its franchise quarterback. That's what made the episode stand out. It wasn't just about fights, football, or highlight reels. It was about how the right support system can elevate greatness, while the wrong one can hold even the most talented people back. And when you connect those two stories, you realize the message running through the entire show was far bigger than sports itself.